I'm very excited. This is a privilege to be here at Churchill College at Cambridge. Winston Churchill, Sir Winston Churchill, is someone I really admire. I love his quotes so much. I've included several of them in my most recent book, Uncle Joe's Gems. And I'll tell you my favorite quote at the end. But I just want you to realize that at a point, I was leaning over and looking down at the cliff. And it's like, what the hell am I doing here? And I started to walk up and I said, I don't want to do this. And the corporal looked me in the eye and he said, you get down there or I'm throwing you off. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. It's best if I start at the beginning. I was honored as Soldier of the Month, and the reward was the Army sent me to mountain climbing school at Berchtesgaden in the German Alps. And I had to go across the country, which was only half as wide as it is today, but it was a long trip, and I got there, and the first day they split us up into two groups, the people that were going up and the people that were going down. And I was in the rappelling group. And we learned so much about carabiners and breakers and breaker bars and nylon-laid rope and kernmantle rope, and then how to build muscle memory to tie a bowline so that with your eyes closed, you could always get it when you did your chest harness. So I was so excited, and then at that moment, and I started to look down, and realized I was deathly afraid of heights. I didn't know how the hell I got there, and I started to go up, and the corporal said, get down there or I'm going to throw you off. And the fear of the corporal was bigger than the fear of the heights, so I started to back down. And the corporal yelled down to me, you better start breathing or you're going to pass out and fall. Because I was so scared I stopped breathing. And they said, now hold it right there. I want you to stop and look down. I said, I don't want to look down. I said, I want you to see where you're going to fall. And I made it down, and I was so exhilarated, I ran back up. And to this day, I'm not afraid of heights. And that's what I want to share with you, the 3 lessons that I learned the day I climbed up to the sky. And that was the first one. If you want to prolong fear in your life, just avoid it. If you want to banish fear from your life, confront it. Break through it, and it'll never come back. Yeah. The final day of our week at the mountain climbing school, we went on a 40-kilometer hike up a mountain, the Schneibstein, and they dropped us off in a deuce and a half. But before that, I was trying to figure out, they didn't give us any instructions on what to bring. They'd given us a lot of equipment, including sea rations. Sea rations were the heavy metal cans they used to give us food in instead of the little compact, light MREs, the meals ready to eat. So I asked the corporal, he said, yeah, take the parka, take the tent, take the ropes for the tent, take all those sea rations because we're going to be overnight, and I loaded up the pack. And 40-kilometer hike, and I'm always the last one. I'm always the end of the caterpillar. And they would take a break, and I'd finally catch up to them, then they'd get up and they'd take off again. And this was going on and on and on, and I was in pretty good shape. I was running every day. We did something called the run and dip when I first got there. We ran 2 miles in the morning, jumped into a mountain stream, did 10 push-ups, and then ran 2 miles back. But I was just dragging, and I couldn't keep up. And this is what I learned the second lesson. You can't quit on the mountain. I quit. I sat down and I said, I'm done. I'm not going any further. But you can't quit on the mountain. You either have to go back or go forward, but you can't stay where you are. And the second lesson I learned is when you think you're out of everything, when you think you've tried everything, when you think you're done, you're not. If you're still here, you still have a purpose, you still have the ability to move forward. And that's when I learned the third lesson. I was carrying all this junk, and I just started throwing the cans off of the mountain, and I got rid of everything except the expensive stuff that Uncle Sam was going to make me pay back. And then with letting go of all that stuff that was weighing me down, that was holding me back, that I really didn't need, I started moving. And then at the top of the Schneibstein, there is a shrine, and you sign the book, and it's kind of a plateau. You're at the top of the mountain, there's this level part. And I ran past all the other guys, and I was the first one to the shrine, right? It was just a great day. And those are the 3 lessons. And overall, it's about determination. And now I want to share the Sir Winston Churchill quote that means the most to me. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Thank you.